today it's going to be an AMA. So what I want today is I will try to answer most of your questions. Folks who have just joined the live, please like the video as much as possible. Sir, what type of projects to build to get into a startup? As a बहुत wide question है यार. मतलब Shivendu, what type of projects to build? I don't understand what, but if I understand it where you are coming from, it would be ideally to pick up any product line of that particular company, right, and try to build something. If you are looking from a product management perspective, I'm not talking about from a tech perspective or from any analytics perspective. I think the structure is very similar, right? Whatever you want to do, give some value prop to that company, that this is why it makes sense to for me to be in your company and why it adds value. If the company figures out that yes, there is value to it, right, there is significant value to it, they also, please try to understand this one fundamental thing which I want to kind of tell you. नौकरी कभी भी एक साइड नहीं होती भाई. If a company wants to hire you, right, or you want to get hired in a company, then the company also wants to hire you. तो कभी भी अपनी सेंट्रल इज्जत को गिरने मत देना. ऐसा कभी मत सोचना कि यार कि if there are companies you are dependent on them. No, you're not. It's a mutually beneficial decision. But the role of you when you're preparing for a company is to ensure that how will you sell that proposition, how will you story tell that yes, hiring me is the right decision that you can make right now, right? So you can start looking at portfolios. My portfolio is actively visible, guys. किसी के पास पढ़ा होगा तो link पे डाल देना, and Shivendu, you can pick it up from there. Sure. So Mayank Madan is saying, what all should be there in aspiring PMs? Does it help as we become more experienced? Yes, it does. 100% it does, right? I'll tell you, most things that you essentially should be there in the portfolio of a PM is a sense of, like, do you understand product sense, right? Do you understand product execution, right? Have you done certain projects, where real life projects where these principles can be applied, right? And you essentially show this across, and it becomes better. Because when I look at my portfolio nowadays, right, I see that yaar main to isse bahut better kar sakta tha. Why have I written a Google PRD document for like 20 pages? Can I not write it in like 5 pages, right? So it essentially gives you the ability to introspect, right? As a product manager, it becomes very important for you to keep introspecting to yourself, that am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? And that is one of the beauty of this role, right? That it's not just about execution or strategy. It's also about taking a step back and looking at things that, okay, what could I have done better? And that's why mathematics helps. That's why I am an active proponent of mathematics, because mathematics helps you. So what is similar between product management and mathematics? I'll tell you something very honest, right? Mathematics as a branch of learning, right, came from certain belief systems, which is called axiomatic learning, right? Like a line is straight, right? Right? Like if a line is there and there's a point outside that line, there can only be one line which is parallel to it. Something like axiomatic structures, right? Product management may be axiomatic structures hote hain, right? What stayed true over time. So if you start learning how do you apply these axiomatic structures to your real life, you automatically will become a better product manager. Now, this is a very ambiguous, this is a very high 30,000 level statement that I've made. It might need multiple sessions to break down, right? But all I'm trying to put across to you guys is that it becomes better as a product manager. One of your responsibilities to keep retrospecting and asking yourself this question, that the portfolio that I've made, can it be better? Can it be better? Can it be better? And you keep doing that. Even today, I keep doing that. I keep looking at my own PPTs, back PPTs, and looking at what could I have written better? What could I have done better, right? What could I have learned new so that I could have thought about this better, right? So it becomes very, very important, but the central structure of a portfolio should be very similar. Some problems on product sense, some problems on product execution, some problems on design thinking, a list of projects which you have done. Guys, इतने सारे tools available हैं यार, कुछ बनाओ, interesting कुछ बना दो product, right? वो लौंडा देखो यार, जिसने मेरा course बनाया, ठीक है? What he did, he took all my LinkedIn posts, trained it on a GPT playground, and essentially made a course out of it. There is nothing so hoo-ha about it. But do you know what is happening? People on Twitter are reaching out to him and saying that हमारा भी बेच दो. It's a product management thing. What else do you want to do, right? And if you show this across to a creator economy company like Rigi, like Topmate, like etc., they are going to give you a role for sure. राइट तो करना पड़ता है बड़ी, करना पड़ता है. तो वो केजरीवाल का वो जोक नहीं है, तो करो ना. तो तो वो करना है, ठीक है. सो गाइस, एवरीबॉडी विद मी, यहां तक बात समझ में आई? तो करो ना. तो अभी वेट किसका कर रहे हो? Okay, next question. Okay, what are the best ways to crack an interview of PM, and what are the possible questions to ask interview? Yeah, again, so there are a bunch of places where you can. So I have told there are 3 types of questions, which is product science, product execution, design thinking, business model thinking, right? These are all 4 types of questions. And one of the best ways that I've kind of talked about is, guys, what you can do is, when I will create a community, and simultaneously, if you guys know each other in some way, right, do this interesting exercise, which is called something like a reverse mock, right? How do you know? How many of you know what's a reverse mock? Assume that, like if you want to really get into the shoes of an interviewer, right? Yes, Manik is right there. So if you really want to get into the shoes of, like, for example, you are a product manager for Swiggy, and you decide that one of the ways that we can essentially make money is that whenever we go for a movie, we essentially buy food, right? Can there be an integration in which essentially people can buy food from us, right? And they don't have to pay exorbitantly high prices to book my show and whatever, to the PVR and whatever and whatnot. And it also becomes a lot easy because the base of the volume becomes larger, right? Right now, probably everybody who goes to a movie, maybe 30% or 40% people actually buy it, right? Rest of the people just sit there. But if I can just decrease the cost and give good value, then probably most people would want to buy it. So how do you build a proposal that the book my show person actually finds value in this deal, right? And you create a proposal, right? And you created a proposal, and you put that proposal, write a PRD, write a structure. I think this is the problem, this is the size of the problem, this is how I feel it will add value, these are the solutions, what is operationally easy to implement, these are the metrics that I will look at. And you send it across, and you sell that across to that person, that who is interviewing you the other side. Once you spend 30 minutes and you've given enough context to the interviewer, flip the roles. Now you are the book my show PM, right? And now the point is, if this proposal is given to you, would you accept this proposal? That's the question that you need to answer. Then you start thinking from a book my show perspective. So you thought from an interviewer perspective, you thought from an interviewee perspective, then you essentially start to learn that, wow, this is how the interviewer is thinking. If I would have been in their place, right, this is how I would have been thinking, right? Absolutely. Super cool. So this is a very good exercise. You can definitely do that. I definitely suggest you guys to create groups, and who are preparing for APM, PM, SPM roles, kind of those roles. Just do it the other way around and keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Probably record those videos. You can even record those videos and essentially put it in your portfolio. For all that I care, right? And it is going to be like super. And this is something that has been super helpful. Yeah. Not yes, mutual mock interviews. Right. Awesome. Cool. Pranjali is asking, how can we get into freelance product management? Are there many opportunities to start up a freelance? What does a PM freelancer expect to do? Yeah, honestly, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट में बहुत फ्रीलांस अपॉर्चुनिटीज है, बहुत ज्यादा. तुम फ्रीलांसर पे जाओगे ना, तो तुम्हें वहां पे प्रोफाइल बना. देखो यार, ये सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू, राइट, कि देयर आर अपॉर्चुनिटीज कभी भी कम नहीं होती यार. ये मैं तुम्हें सच बता रहा हूं. देखो, start thinking of life in a different way, right? All I really want you guys to understand is that my role is not here to teach you product management. प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट तो बहुत जगह से पढ़ सकते हो, बहुत लोग पढ़ाते हैं यार, मतलब अच्छे लोग हैं पढ़ाने वाले, कोई फाइट नहीं है. मैं तुम्हारे साथ सिर्फ इतना करना चाहता हूं कि क्या तुम बेटर सोच सकते हो जीवन में. अब मैं तुमसे एक सिंपल सवाल पूछता हूं. लेट मी आस्क यू अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन टू ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस, राइट? अ क्वेश्चन इज, whenever you are in a particular role and you've spent some certain time in it, maybe you're a fresher, maybe you're not a fresher, maybe you are someone who is with some experience or whatever and whatnot, whenever you actually move from that role, why does it always happen that you have to go to opportunities, you have to ask recruiters? Why doesn't it happen the other way around? So my question to you is, right, yes, Himanshu, we can create a WhatsApp group. I want to create that, right? So my question to you is, why does it always happen that you have to go to recruiters or hiring managers and tell them that I want to get hired? Why can't it be the other way around? That's why and in a principle, your job is not your life. Your job is a part of your life where you get some value, right? But it doesn't mean that if you don't have a job, you cannot have a life or you cannot learn the principles of product management. It's not how it works. How it should work is that you should start thinking it as a way of life. That how do I structure things so that I can create value? So what I mean by that is, even if you want to become a freelance product manager, right? For the first 3-4 months, it's going to be a toll, man. You have to be consistent. You have to be really, really focused. अच्छा, okay, okay. No, I am not. मैं कर तो नहीं रहा. Thank you very much, भाई. भैया, it seems like you're shaking your leg while sitting. Don't do it. दोष लगता है. ठीक है भाई. Thank you very much. मैं नहीं कर रहा. But मेरी chair moving chair है, तो इसलिए तुम्हें लग रहा है कि मैं हिल रहा हूँ. But anyways, ठीक है. So what I'm trying to put across is कि you start thinking on the lines that I will be consistent in my work. I will consistently keep doing that work again and again, again and again. And once you build a profile, it's like a flip point. When you have enough dense a profile, then people will automatically start reaching. Why do I tell all of you guys to post on LinkedIn? But I think probably 4 or 5 people, maybe like 20% or 10-15% of you guys actually do, right? Because ये सब जो तुम सुन रहे हो ना, ये ज्ञान है. ज्ञान बहुत अच्छी बात है. ज्ञान सुनना बहुत बढ़िया है. मतलब you listen to whatever I'm saying, it's all ज्ञान. Unless and until you don't implement it in life. Like what I like about Manik is that he at least he's putting an effort, right? And trust me, I'm telling you today, it may be month, it may be 2 months, he is going to get a PM role. That I'm telling you today. And it's not a belief. I know it's going to happen, right? So my point is, if you guys don't put effort, it's not going to help, right? Then it'll just be having a fun conversation with someone, which is okay, which is fair, right? That might be fun for you. So I am trying to put across is put your learnings on LinkedIn so that people know that you have a thought process of thinking. This is how you think about things, right? This is how you think about things, right? And if you keep consistently doing that, there is going to be a point when people will notice you and they will say, "Yeah, wow, this guy thinks like this, and I want an APM or I want a PM, right? And I want to reach out to them." It doesn't matter, right? मेहनत करना से कतराओ मत. प्रोसेस तो वही है ना. मजा आना चाहिए उस चीज में. कुछ बनाओ, इंटरेस्टिंग बनाओ, कुछ बिल्ड करो, अपने लिए बनाओ. किसी और के लिए मत बनाओ, अपने लिए बनाओ और करो, राइट? ट्रस्ट मी, नॉलेज कम्स बैक इन वियर्ड वेज. ठीक है? Awesome. So there is a lot of freelance opportunities. You can go to Upstocks, you can go to Freelancer, but you will have to create a profile where you have to show your proof of work. Awesome.